People say I'm toxic, and honestly, I don't care.
October Red is sponsored by SA Security. Maximum security, minimum fuss.
Good evening. It's not even good evening, it's good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are. I'm Abs of October Red. Yes, we are here, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you that are watching that are from the UK, I've actually got up. You know, I stayed up. I didn't actually go to sleep. So I stayed up all night, and we are here for the finale, the watch along with Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua. I cannot actually believe I'm up this time of the morning, ungodly hours. Put it this way, in about an hour's time, I'd be getting up to go to the gym. So I would have been in a lovely bit of sleep right now. But welcome to all of you. Yep, it's baseball cap settings. It's even a gym outfit and a scarf because it's cold. It's absolutely freezing. But yeah, we're here. The fight that was talked about, the fight that we laughed at, the fight that we didn't understand why he was taking it. We're here and it's happening. They're just doing their last bit of admin. I was told that the fight was going to probably be around 3:30. So yeah, been up for a while. And if you've listened to the panel, what I will say, marvelous panel. You've got Kate Abdo, Layla Ali, SLG, and obviously the great Lennox Lewis. I'm in agreement. He has to get Jake Paul out of there by the 4th round minimum. This is not going into any late rounds. This is not going the distance. He has to get Jake Paul out of there. So anyway, put your predictions, what round, or who you think is going to win. I don't know. There could be people in this chat that thinks that Jake Paul's going to win. Who knows? So good morning to Philip. This is hard. This is good morning to you, Philip. Hakan, how you doing? Good morning to you as well. So Chris, good morning to you. I wasn't going to watch it until the highlights, but I got woken up. Yep. I didn't like it, but I understand it. And hopefully AJ first round and Jake is safe after it. That's a nice diplomatic view. I like that. Ricky, big up yourself as well. And it's got to be a KO. Base, good morning to you. Yes, I didn't go to sleep, Base. I stayed awake all night and I'm crying on the inside. Crying. So Hakan says I've been up all night watching the full card and the prelims card. The prelims card, to be fair, I only watched Caroline Dubois on that. She did really well. I think she knocked the girl down early, didn't she? And then it ended up going the distance in the end. But yeah, Caroline put on a really clinical performance. I know what Caroline's like. I've spoken to her several times. She wanted to go in there and knock the girl out. She wants knockouts. Caroline's always said that. She says she wants to be a fighter that people want to go and watch. And she knows that the fighters that people want to watch are the ones that are getting the knockouts. So as a female fighter, and I think he must have said to Ariel when he had I think they went into the corner, says, how's she getting on? And Shane was like, yeah, she's doing all right. But you can see that she's trying to look at the knockout. She's trying to get the knockout. So, yeah, but yeah, that's the only fight I watched on the prelims, I think. Oh, no, Shanika Johnson, she was on there as well, wasn't she? That was a good fight. I think they had a head clash, bit of blood, but Shanika came out victorious. I always think about that name, Shanika, and I'm thinking, that just doesn't sound like an Australian name. You know, I've got somebody that I know from the UK with his name Shanika, and she's Jamaican descent. So I always think Shanika. So the first time I was thinking, what is she going to look like? But obviously she's Australian. Let's have a look. Iffy, how you doing? Good to see you here as well. Good morning, Red. I hope AJ doesn't embarrass it. You better not. Just like Layla Ali said, if he goes past the 4th round, she says she's going to be giving him the side eye. I love the way Layla Ali speaks. Absolute great woman. I like her. She's got this demeanor of authority about her. You can see that she's a mom. You can see that she's a wife. You see that she comes from, I'd say, a good stock of family. Because when she talks, you listen. She's got that aura about like Ife Dubois had a good American debut. Yeah, I think a lot of people are actually fans of her, which was quite interesting. I think after her and Alicia at the press conference were going at each other, there was a few people in the comments, and I'm looking at Instagram now. So the post, they must have re-upped it and put it there, and the Americans were saying Caroline's going to win this. Like Caroline would win, Alicia would lose, blah blah blah. And it was a lot of Americans that are saying it. So I think Caroline is very very well suited to the US. They're a hard bunch of people to break. Like I think when us UK people, we think about American fighters, we embrace them with welcome arms, warm welcome arms. An American fighter, yeah. But the other way around, when a Brit goes to America, it's a bit of a tough one to crack. But I think Caroline's got the makings of actually doing that. Yeah, the prelims card was good. Carol Hakan says Caroline Dubois versus Terry Harper next in the UK. Are they going to do a show in the UK? That would be nice if they did do a show in the UK, but is it going to be as big as this one? Because I mean, who's going to be on the card this time? So we'll see what happens. Chris has said it won't be the end of Jake in boxing, regardless. Canelo will want a bit of him too. Big money. I listen. I've got no problem with Jake Paul. I keep saying this. He's a great entrepreneur. He's created like this little monopoly wall around the females that he can basically, if he wants, he can get like, say, some B-side fighters in to fight his A-side girls. And eventually his A-side girls are going to end up fighting each other. It's a great thing he's done. He's basically gone out, looked and seen that, female boxing, nobody's really paying much attention to that from about a couple of years ago. And he started to hoover them all up like a Dyson. Fair play to him. I rate him. I think when it comes to his, it's almost like you can say that he's deluded, but his delusion is so strong. He almost has you convinced. Like he's sitting there and he's like, I'm going to beat him. It's already written. It's this. And I just admire his delusion. I don't think he's going to win, by the way, but I admire his confidence. But this is the stream. I've got my mask ready. I'll be taking off my cap and I'll be putting on one of my masks, either my Pumpkinhead, Purge, Michael Myers, or my Scream mask in remembrance to boxing if AJ loses this fight. So, Sean Young, good morning to you. Morning, Red. What did you think of the women's 3-minute? Yeah, Alicia Baumgardner, she did well. She literally pummeled up that girl's poor face. And then I think the girl must have, the opposition, she came back into it. I think it was round 11, where it looked like she might have wobbled Alicia just a little bit. But Alicia was asked about that and she's it didn't faze her. But 3-minute rounds, 3-minute rounds, 12 rounds. I think if the girls want to do it, why not? Listen, there's obviously a reason why they gave the girls less rounds when it comes to obviously championship or just basic fights. But I think if the girls want to do it, then why not? I won't stand in the way. I think Amanda Serrano pioneered that anyway, and obviously Alicia's followed it. So fair play to them. Those 3 minutes can seem like forever. So the 2 minutes seem to go really, really quick. If he's saying the only exception is if he's beating him up and punishing him each round, but not competitive past 4, I still think that's lenient. I don't even think you should play with your food. Just go in there and just do what you need to do. I don't even want to see that, Ife. I understand what you're saying, but I don't want to see it because the longer it goes, you're still going to run the risk of getting tired, and then you can still run the risk of getting touched, and then it could flip the fight on its head. Go in there, get the work done, leave. Money in the bank at Christmas. Everyone's happy. Chris is saying that I'm brutal. AJ can't go past the first round. Because for me, Ngannou has more fighting background than Jake, even though it was MMA. Yeah, you look at the comparisons, don't you? Ngannou, I think what is it, round 2 with Ngannou that he got him out of there. So yeah, you can look at it that way, and that is why people have, like the general media, like they've said, look, he's got to do it in 1 round. I'm giving him 4 because I think 4's generous. No more than that. But I understand why people are saying knock him out in a round. If you did Ngannou in 2, you should be able to knock him out. Hakan saying MVP plans a show in the UK. Well, I'm looking forward to that then. Aaron Daly, I've been awake all night. So yeah, we made it. We made it. We are here together. So Chris, I don't even hate Jake Paul or these influencers. Fair play. He's got big cojones. He's giving it a go. He's a smart guy at cherry picking opponents until this one. He's done fantastic for women boxing too. Yeah, you've got to admire the business acumen. Gosh, they've got everyone. Shaggy there, Timberland. They're gonna have loads of people there in Miami. Rick Ross has lost so much weight. Look at them chains. If he says got to rate Jake Paul. Got to rate Jake Paul's business acumen. KSI looks like he's trying to copy that with Misfits Pro, but it's too late, in my opinion. MVP, run it. That is a good point, a fair comparison, because they are both influencers. Did Misfits Pro start the pro side too late? Is there a niche that they can now attack just as MVP have? MVP's nailed it because they've got the women involved, because there's not that much of a bigger pool of women fighters. So it'd be interesting to see what they do with Misfits Pro, to be fair. I wouldn't write that off just yet, but I think I've got a feeling they might have talked about it too much before actually setting it up, because Misfits Pro, that should have started ages ago at the level that it's at. So Chris is saying, in terms of Jake Paul, delusion and trash talk, I just laugh at him. I'm just like, wow. Iffy Sid says MVP looking likely to end up on Sky as a replacement for Top Rank. Speaking about that, I just saw. Well, I didn't just see. It was yesterday now. Ben Shalom did an interview with IFL. I'm not even going to get into their other interview, but they did an interview, and Andy McCart, Scottish one, did an interview with Ben Shalom. And Ben Shalom said that he's got a big signing that he's going to announce after the fight later on tonight. And they've also got another broadcast deal. So it's all right. You've just mentioned Sky. So I was thinking, who's that going to be? I know they're about to do their anthems and ring walks, but yeah, interesting conversation that is. So yeah, we'll see. I'm glad I got some sleep. I remember not sleeping for Benavidez versus Yard and F1 in Las Vegas. GP were on the same time. My eyes were gone. Listen, mine are burning. Mine are literally burning. It's Christmas weekend, so you know everyone's been out shopping, doing all sorts of stuff. So it's just been a mad Friday, and now it's Saturday morning. That's what I don't, Ricky. That I can't promise, and I'm only saying that because it's going to take me a while, because like I keep telling you, lot, I'm not a spring chicken. Yeah, I'm old. It's going to take me a while to recover from today. So I'm going to say probably not doing a watch along. Don't know. Don't rule it out, but I'll definitely, obviously, be watching it. I just might be like curled up in my bed, eating popcorn, watching it, something crazy like that. We'll see. But so don't be surprised. Like I said, always put your notifications on just in case. But it's a good question because I am thinking about it. But I'm going to say I doubt it, but you just never know. Azray Videos, good evening to you. Definitely not watching the main event. Did the same thing for Tyson Paul fight. Impressed with the ladies tonight. Yeah, I think they really, really did well. So if he goes on to say it's too late, in his opinion, for MVP, it's too late for obviously Misfits Pro. MVP on the women's space, and the men look at the numbers and the celebrities in the crowd for Jake Paul fights. Yeah, fair enough. As a Ray videos, crazy to see Anderson kicking butt at 50 years young. That was insane against Woodley. That was absolutely insane. Because when I saw like when I saw him and he's skedaddling around all like the media week, and then I think was it AJ went in there to talk to him, and it's like, bro's 50, and he's still active like that. That's phenomenal, and a different condition of sport as well. I'm looking forward to the African cards, especially Ghana. Yeah, the Ghana one definitely. I think with the Nigerian one, it's just gone from bad to worse, in my opinion. So we'll see what happens with that. Remember when the Nigerian card was first announced, I was like, yeah, I like the look of this. When you see the fighters that are on there, and then you end up losing a few of them, and then obviously Lawrence Okoli is fighting Ebenezer Tete, which is just, it's thumbs down. You know, I understand, yeah, you want to get out and whatever, but nah, he should be fighting a better opponent. He should, to me, even though it couldn't happen because it was short notice, he should have fought Richard Riakporhe out there in Nigeria. I think that would have been the best fight. I think he was calling Dillian White out 3 weeks before because he didn't have an opponent. But yeah, it's just, but the Ghana card, oh yes. Oh yes, I'm definitely looking forward to that. It looks like they've had a great time out there. Hospitality's been second to none. I've been watching Danny from Fight Fan TV, been watching his stories, and they've been treated like royalty out there. I'll let you into a little secret. I've got asked last minute if I'd go out there, but I'm not up to date with any of those what do you call it, malaria injections and that, and I ain't doing any of that. So I says nah. So I was gonna have to give it a miss. Woodley must retire. It's ruining his legacy. It's the money, though. You just keep on coming back. It's that addiction for the money, though, isn't it, Iffy? Soulstar, big up to you as well. I don't know how I'm still up. I am tired as hell. I'm trying to keep my voice down. I don't really want to be screaming and making up too much noise in here, but good to see you as well. Yeah, I'm not really bothered about the Nigerian one, but the Ghanaian card. And obviously got boxer card. Don't let that Callum Simpson and Troy Williamson fight go over your head. That's a very good fight. So there's going to be some channel flipping. Taylor the tape. 28-year-old versus the 36-year-old, 6'1" versus 6'6", weight 216.6 but to 243.4, a reach of 76 to 82. Dear God, that's a massive reach difference. It's not an exhibition fight. It's 8 rounds, 3 minutes per round, and with 10-ounce gloves. I'm loving this. The adrenaline's going up now. Metalbox J, good evening to you. It's not started just yet, but it's about to. The national anthems. So we're looking to do the ring walks. Anthony Joshua's there in a lovely, it's army fatigues. Looks like his colour for his ring walk. I prefer Anthony Joshua at this weight. You know, he looks really lean and strong at this weight, almost like he was when he first started his career. Yeah, I can definitely do. Yeah, I'll see. Azra, I'm not sure about doing a post. I don't know. Yeah, Tete, it's just like, nah, allow it. I think, what did Dillian make Tete retire, even though he went a few rounds with him? And then obviously Fraser sparked him out. So you could do more harm than good fighting somebody like this, that at this stage of your career. You're WBC number 1. Do you know what I mean? Anthony Joshua looks lean as hell, man. He looks nice, though. Nice outfit he's got on. Shout out to Anthony Joshua and all the Anthony Joshua fans. If you're saying Okoli doesn't want the Riakporhe smoke, especially after seeing his last fight, yeah, Rich wasn't in with a particularly leveled opponent with him either. I wonder if Price is going to fight Mayer. I don't know. There's all sorts of rumors regarding Lauren Price's that she's leaving and potentially going to these lot, but it's all rumorville. It's all allegations at the moment. Is that Freeway? That's Freeway, isn't it? Fair play to him. Sure it is. To go back to Specsavers, if he says Woodley is literally an Everlast heavy bag with trainers on. Oh dear. Oh dear. Star Fox, yes, I actually did. Actually, I did. I know I'm shocked myself and I haven't been to sleep. And you can hear my voice is a bit croaky. I probably should have got some water, but here we are. Can't be bothered to do that. This fight should only last a couple of rounds anyway. I'm not showing my eyes. That's why I had to put on the baseball cap because I thought, nope. Because they're just going to look like, no, they're just going to look like the sunken place. It's bad mind that I'm only up to see a loudmouth be humbled. Soulstar, you best hope that's what happens, you know. If he said Jake Paul isn't 6'1", we're going to see if he's really 5'11" height in the ring soon. Yeah, 36. Yeah, time has flown. We've been watching him forever. So it's so strange. You know, when you just look at the career and it's like, how did we end up here? But money's how we end up here. When you look at most situations that are kind of unbelievable, unless it's some kind of jeggeries that's going on in your life. But even then, probably what got you into that situation is money or the thought of getting some money. So I think, what was the purse for this? I'm hearing some 200 and odd million, and it's a 50-50 split. Obviously US dollars. It's on US soil. So they're making big dough. Netflix got that heavy money. And that's another thing that I will say as well. Netflix have done an absolute impeccable job for the lead up of this fight, for the production, MVP with the YouTube videos, the mini series, the actual panel that they've chose to use, you know, commentary. I think it's David Hayes down there, Christina Puncture. There's another guy down there. I don't know who he is, but David Hay and Christina, fantastic on the commentary. Christina's like saying shots that should be throwing, what could potentially happen when the shots are thrown. It's just, I've listened to the commentary. I don't listen to commentary, but I've listened to theirs because I think it's just a phenomenal job that they're doing. And like I said, they've got the A-list panel, you know, the presenting panel as well. Big Mo doing the ring announcement. Obviously, he's had to ditch Boxer to come out here to do this ring announcement. Who's he got? Is that 6'9"? Is that 6? It is, isn't it? Jake Paul's doing his walkout now. I think it's 6'9". Interesting choice of people. He's Mexican, isn't he? 6'9". So yeah, all week I've absolutely enjoyed everything about the lead up to this fight. I want Netflix to say in boxing. I think they're a fabulous platform. I think it's phenomenal that we're not paying for this fight. I've been a Netflix subscriber from when it started off as, I don't know, £3 or £4 years and years and years ago. Yeah, fair enough. It's gone up over the years. But look at the size of the platform. Look at everything you can watch, and now they've just added boxing to it. I don't want them to leave the sport. If Ben Shalom, and I know this is crazy, if Ben Shalom turned around and said Netflix was going to do the broadcasting for him, that would be a super goal. But he said he's got a broadcaster, an additional broadcaster. So let's see who it is. If it's DAZN, then fair enough. Everyone's with DAZN. But I do like what Netflix brings to the table, 100%. And this fight's free. It's included in your subscription. Do you know how many people just don't like paying like the extra, the pay-per-view? You know, DAZN's gone up to £25 a month in the UK if you want to watch the pay-per-view events. I think Netflix is probably about 19 quid. But look at everything else you get with Netflix. And then there's still going to be some fights, some AAA fights on DAZN that you're potentially going to have to pay for. It's a lot of money we spend on boxing. A lot of money. So I wish they stay in boxing and we get to watch a lot more fights under a subscription banner. Eddie Hearn. in the ring, Anthony Joshua in the ring, Jake Paul and his team in the ring. It's so weird to see Anthony Joshua walk out with Team Music as well, even when he was in the back with them when he was warming up, and it's like you could see all the same people that are with Usyk. I know that Lennox Lewis did the same thing. He went to the team that was training the guy that beat him, so I know it happens. And even though it's like, oh, he's gone to another trainer, out of every single trainer he's gone to, this one actually makes sense. So even though I don't like the trainer hopping, those of you that know me know that I'm not a big fan of it. This makes sense. But we've got to see how it works, because on paper, it makes sense. What's it going to be like in this fight? And like I said, I'm expecting him to go in there and just KO Jake Paul within the first 4 rounds. That's what I'm expecting. So I'm looking at the fights he's potentially going to have after. The Tyson Fury rumors are strong now. He's come out, started saying stuff. I don't know if Frank Warren's spoke about something with it as well. But that's potentially the fight that's going to happen. Knowing Tyson Fury is going to want a warm-up. So what is this, a potential summer fight next year? But you know what? Let's see how he gets on here. Let's see what happens here. Arena's full now. That's good to see. Let's have a look. Yeah, Netflix are brilliant. I don't know. I think that's probably for the generation below. I will remember him as a great entrepreneur that dared to be great and that believed in himself. If he don't start, AJ's body language is scared. Do not start with your jeggeries. I know you've put a bet on Jake Paul to win as well. Whether you're going to admit it or not, I know what you're like, Iffy. Now, but I start with that on here. We have to be positive for the boxing community. Netflix promote really well. Yeah, they absolutely do. And Soulstar, there we go. A bit of positivity from Soulstar. I am very confident that a humbling is coming. That's what's needed. But I don't want... See, with Jake Paul, I don't want to see him get humbled. Because I've got no horse in this race. I've said that. What I want to see is AJ do what he's supposed to do. It's mad, isn't it? He's fighting Jake Paul. But I just want to see AJ do what he's supposed to do. That's it. No horse in the race. Do I care if he wins or loses? No. Either way, I don't. But can AJ do what he's supposed to do? And I'm going to say yes. Azray Video said it's cool to have David Haye as a commentator tonight. He's got some interesting parallels to AJ as well. Yeah. He's done really well. He's been great on commentary, but David Haye's a fan of the sport. He always has been, until a couple of years ago. He was active. He was everywhere. And then for whatever reason, it stopped. So it's great to see that he's there. Mauro Ranallo, a lot of experience. Okay, with Showtime boxing, MMA, Muay Thai, and kickboxing and pro wrestling. So that's why I don't know who he is. I'll name this account later. Hello to you too. I'm crying on the inside. Just thought I'd let you know. It's not that I've said it before. So if you are here with us on Abs of October Red, this is a watch along. It's conversation and commentary. There is no footage. And it's it's Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. This is all about Jake Paul, MVP, getting a Matchroom and DAZN fighter out on loan to come and fight on his promotional, under his promotional umbrella. And under Netflix. Sorry, I was just looking at the way AJ was looking at him then. Oh, that made me nervous. Right, my watch has just said to me, good morning. This is bad. My watch is telling me, yeah, good morning. I ain't going to go back to sleep now. I'm just going to be hammered all day. Here we go, guys. Everyone is out of the ring. Both guys are back to the corner. We go into round number 1. Joshua takes the center of the ring, and as expected, Jake Paul moving from side to side, feinting on the back foot, moving to the left, moving to the right. Joshua still in the center of the ring, just looking to when he can catch him. Jake Paul is evading the little gentle tap of a feeler jab that came out from Joshua. Joshua leans in to go to hit Jake Paul to the body. Both guys bouncing on their feet. Jake Paul coming in with the potential feints, light on his feet, lateral movement, like I says, moving around to his left, not just moving around to his left, but moving around to his right. Hands low as he throws in the jab to AJ, but kind of like looks out of the way. Looks like Paul has landed the first shot. Not a hard shot, but landed the first shot. AJ then just tapped Paul to the chest. 1, 2, 3 comes in as AJ counters with the backhand for Paul. Paul still on the back foot, keeping close to the ropes. This is going to really test his fitness because I don't know how long he's going to be able to keep this. He's literally keeping out of range of AJ. 1, 2, overhand right goes into AJ, not phased at all. AJ looks confident now. You can see now that he's trying to go in and hit him as he tries to throw a sweeping hook and it misses the face of Jake Paul. We've got that lateral movement. I think he's going to try and let's see how it goes as he goes. Both of the guys on the floor, a little bit of a wrangle-tangle there. Nothing sinister. No knockdown. Jake Paul, like I said, going in with the double jab to the chest. AJ throws out the backhand to counter, but Paul slips out of the way, moves out of the way, gets out of range. AJ just literally just on a hunt, flicks out the jab. Paul times it and slips it once again. Both men in the clinch. They're respectful in the clinch. They're not trying to beat each other up in the clinch. Keeping the distance there. Paul then starts to move around to the left and then to the right. How long is he going to be able to keep this up? Because he's got to have done good conditioning to keep this up. And we've already got, 45 seconds left in round number 1. And AJ, not at this time, he hasn't landed a real glove on him. He's trying to get him, he's trying to corner him into those ropes as he throws the backhand again. It's like he's just using that jab hand as a rangefinder. Paul then dips in. Oh, he goes for a 1, 2. The 2 did land, but Paul manages to slip out of it. You can hear the crowd roaring with a little bit of excitement then. The thought, is this it? Is AJ going to get him out of it? Not quite. Not quite. We've got 10 seconds left in round number 1, ladies and gentlemen. Nice jab to the chest there that pushes Paul back. No doubt there's power there. Paul knows that. Round 1 out of the way. Let me know what you think in the chat, guys. Just looking at the timing, Paul seemed just a little bit quick. He was able to... Why can't we hear what the corners are saying? Joshua looks calm in the corner anyway. Oh, I can't hear what the corner is saying. Good analysis with great connection with AJ and Lewis training camps, former opponents. Yep. Soulstar, I think AJ is obsessed with learning. I think the issue I see sometimes is he overthinks in the ring. Yeah, I agree with that. Totally agree. October already looking like she regrets the choice of getting up for this. And I can't even see that. Nah, you'll never see the eyes. You will never see the eyes. He's got to run. But what I think he might try and do is try and run for a few rounds, make AJ miss a lot of shots. And I think he's going to try and see if he can tire AJ out. I don't believe that's going to happen, but I believe that's what he's going to try and do. So let's have a look. We're going into round number 2, guys. This is where the pressure starts to get on because everyone was saying that AJ needs to knock him out. He's throwing the backhand once again and the timing's off, but he's just missing Paul. There we go. You got him with that backhand then. Not as hard. Paul took the punch, but he's still doing that lateral side-to-side movement. Anthony Joshua is still in the center of the ring as he throws another sweeping backhand hook again, but Paul moves out the way. There you go. He jabs him to the chest. That's a better work from Joshua. I'm just trying to look at it. Guys, let me know what you're thinking about this fight so far. The jab comes in from Paul to AJ. Jab to the chest, jab to the head. I'm just... See the double jab that AJ is like trying to throw out either as a rangefinder or to get to Paul. It's just not working. See, he's had the chance when Paul's been on the ropes a couple of times to probably just attack the body, push him in, but there seems to be some sort of discipline here. I don't know. Let's have a look. Let's see how it goes. We're halfway through round number 2, guys, and it is 20 to 5 in the morning if you're listening from the UK. The double jab gets flicked out by AJ, but it just seems to be falling short. Threw the jab out again, and that literally, Paul just ducks under it. He throws 1-2 to the body. Joshua throws to counter back, but Paul slips under it once again. He is running. He is running. But if that's his way that he's going to survive, and that's, like I said, what seems to be the plan, then we'll see what happens. Both guys in the clinch there. It's like Joshua can push him up against the ropes, but when he's throwing the shots, Paul can see them coming, so he's slipping, he's moving. And then when there's like opportunities of him to really like pin him on the ropes, he doesn't seem to do it. I don't know. It seems to, look, AJ seems to be a little bit tentative, but let's have a go. He's starting to close the range down now. Paul is literally on the ropes and AJ is coming forward and he's throwing in the backhand once again. But it's like, what? I don't know. Has he been told not to go in for the kill? I don't know, because he's just, it's like he's not, it's almost like he's just loading up with every shot that he's throwing because he's not landing cleanly. There we go. That was a little bit better. Body shot, then went to throw the second hook. This is the work of Anthony Joshua, by the way. Here we go. So now we've got into 2 rounds. Listen, you can't go on another 2. Don't get me wrong. I'd say that Joshua is winning. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments. I don't know. Jake Paul getting his getting his Fitbit steps in. Run, Jake, run. Yeah, insane. Absolutely insane. We are going into round number 3, ladies and gentlemen. If you've just joined us on Abs of October Red, this is a live watch along. So conversation and commentary, no footage of the fight between Jake and Joshua. What have you just said wow for? What have I missed? Don't tell me I'm behind. Right. Good morning, Joseph. Amen to you. Right. We are now round number 3. So let me know where you guys are. Hopefully I'm not behind because this has been running from the beginning while I was watching it on the TV earlier. Both guys into the clinch straight away. In the middle of the ring, a little bit of wrestling going on as Anthony Joshua jumps to throw like a sweeping hook again, but Paul manages to miss it. He ducks down, goes into the body of Anthony Joshua. Once again, goes to hook Jake Paul, misses it. Let's have a look. Got to keep my eyes out the comments because anything can happen in a second here. We are 2 minutes, 20 seconds into round number 2. There we go. We've seen those punches coming in from AJ once the guys are in the clinch. I wonder if there's something in the contract where you can't really like boss him up in the clinch, or you've got to really, really fight clean. If you get in the clinch, you've got to wait to break or something like that. Not doing any fixed rubbish. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there might be certain terms of the fight. Paul nearly fell over as he's in reverse gear there. You can see he hasn't really got that ring generalship as he goes into Joshua, throws a jab and an uppercut. Joshua's got him in a headlock. You know what? I think he just needs to just knock him out now because like this is round number 3. I know it's 8 round. I just don't. Oh, Jake Paul caught him then with the jab hand. Or was it the backhand? Yeah, the jab hand. Joshua's head went back. Joshua fought him in the clinch. There's some punches now going in the clinch that I said maybe he can't fight in the clinch, but it's happening now. That was interesting. We've got a minute left in round number 3. As AJ sort of like puts out the jab hand like a feeler, not throwing it, but just pushing it out as a feeler. You can see that he's doing that to probably try to get that backhand in. He's mentioned, I want to see if I've still got that power in that backhand. As he goes to throw the hook again, once again, Paul slips it. How's he moving out of the way of these punches so quick? The jab, goes in once again from Joshua. Both guys in the clinch. Little bit of a headlock there from Anthony Joshua. Let's have a look. Paul is not really throwing any punches. Do you remember when Adrian Broner had his last fight and he just probably threw like 2 punches for the whole fight? It's a little bit crazy like that. Joshua there pins Paul to the ropes a little bit there, but he still manages to get off. Yeah, the punch stats are horrific. So like I said, if you look at who's winning, yeah, but it's not really about that, is it? We've got 10 seconds left in round number 3. And now I'm starting to think like Layla Ali with the side eye myself. Just go and do him in. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Look, so far, a quick summary. Jake Paul's on the back foot. He's running, but he's still managing to move out of the way of potential dangerous shots that are coming in from AJ, aka the sweeping hook and the backhand. Jake Paul doesn't seem to have much ring generalship. He seems to be like sort of like falling into the ropes. He's not really aware that they're there. He's using them to more like feel his way around the ring. But I'm just surprised that AJ hasn't like pinned him down and literally took his head off yet. So we'll see how it goes. Let me just jump back in the chat. Ayana Mitchell, good evening to you. Alabama. Thank you. I like that. I like to see when people have popped over from the US. Please, Ayana, can you put in the chat what you guys think of Caroline Dubois? I need to get the American experience on what you think of the UK WBC. I think she's 135 champion. Let us know. I need that American feedback on how you guys, if you're embracing her. I know you can't speak for everyone, but a general consensus from the boxing community. I'd appreciate that, Ayana. Yeah, it looks like we're in round number 4 now, guys. Jake Paul on the floor again, just from a little bit of a rumble and a tumble. But why would you carry him? Why would you carry him? It's round number 4. What? I don't know. Is this the tryout? Is this? Let's see. Oh, the double jab has got to Anthony Joshua there, and the jab again. And this is once AJ's come in. The jab from Jake Paul has touched Joshua. Jake Paul on the floor once again, being pushed down by Joshua. Yeah, the ref's having a word with him about keep on going on the floor. They're not going to like that, are they? But Jake Paul scored some nice, clean jab shots there. We've got just under 2 minutes left of round. Why are we in round number? Come on now, AJ. This is it now. Just clot him, get him knocked out. Because now this is starting to look sauce. Do you know what I mean? Right. Paul's landed 10 punches, but Joshua's only landed 14. Jake has thrown 28. And I think, sorry, I missed that. I think Joshua's thrown about 60 odd. So look at that again. AJ goes to jab him and then get him with that right hook, the sweeping hook. And Paul's able to move out the way. Oh dear, look at the ref. The ref's like, damn it. He's, like I said, he's moving around too much. So he might be fatiguing himself. And he's definitely not got any ring generalship. The way that he's moving suggests that he doesn't know what he's doing. But when AJ comes in to obviously get his shots off, he's smothering him. Paul is smothering him. There's an uppercut that landed there from Joshua. Paul took it. Still on the back foot. Joshua's still on the front foot, center of the ring. That double jab. Paul tries to get back at AJ, and he even tries to throw an uppercut. Both guys on the floor. Man, what's this, man? What's this? What's he quit? What's he down on the foot? What's he saying he hurt his nuts? Oh, he's saying it was a low blow. Did he? You know what? Show us the replay, because Paul's saying that he's gone down now because it's a low blow. And remember, he's allowed 5 minutes maximum for this, isn't he? I think, let's have a look. Come on, replay. Flicks out the jab. Paul goes for the uppercut. There's no low blow there. All right, his knee landed in his nuts when he was on the floor. Okay, it went from a punch. The clock is stopped. Both guys. 34 seconds left in round number 4. What's going on? Come on now. You got 28 seconds. You can do this, Joshua. Just go for the kill, man. Where you at? Go on, go for the kill. Jake Paul just keeps on falling all over the floor. We could end up with a DQ at this rate. Fight clean. You know what the rules are. The ref had a little bit of a chat with them both there. Yeah, this is looking a little bit madness. Absolute madness. I need your feedback in the chat, guys. What on earth are we watching? Jake Paul running like William Skull. How you doing, Mr. Sharp? Rigged. This compliant version of Joshua gets dog walked by Charles Martin. Sure. See, this is. Look, I'm trying to look at this through clear, honest eyes. And what I'm seeing is very unimpressive, because this is it. I understand that Paul is smothering your work, but you're experienced enough. One of the things that you're clanging on about is that you've got 18 years worth of experience. Well, show it then. Show it then against a negative fighter, because that's what he's being, a negative fighter. He's running around on the back foot. He doesn't know his way around the ring. You're loading up on your shots. You're missing shots. He's doing his antics on the floor. See, I'm upset now because I, you know what I did? It's not like I put money on it or anything. I just, nah. Nope. So we're in round number 5. Obviously, they've got Joshua up on the cards. 5 of 8. Guys, there's like 4 rounds left. 4 rounds left, including this one. AJ caught him then. That was better. That's better. Nah, he's gonna end up getting DQ'd, man. Yeah, I think that was from the punch that he got then, because he caught him. Why is this? There's me shouting DQ. Body shot going into Paul as he's on the back foot. He's going to slow them legs down. Nice feints from Joshua. Overhand comes in. Joshua gets him in a headlock. He throws a shot. AJ throws a shot back. Double jab comes out from Paul. This is a bit better. There we go. Jab comes out from AJ. Up swinging overhand comes in from Paul. Absolutely hits the moon and not his face. Double jab coming in from Paul. Jab, backhand, body shots coming in. Paul's taking them. Overhand comes in. Paul looks scared. AJ smiling at him. Oh, he's going to go. He's going to go. Yep, he's going to go. That's going to have to be. Yeah, it's a knockdown. We got our first knockdown. Now he's unsteady on his legs, man. This geezer. Come on, AJ. All right, can we accept round 5? We're going to have to, aren't we? Come on. Let's get this over and done with, man. I want to go to my bed. He's coming out with the jabs. Well, Paul's hands are down low. Still throwing the overhand. AJ gets him with the counter hook. 1-2. Jake Paul's down on the floor, holding on to the legs of Joshua. Joshua gets directed to go back to his corner, and it's the second knockdown for Paul. Come on, just finish it now. Get it done. Get the work done. Oh, there's no free knockdown rule in effect. Great. So we could carry on like this all night then. AJ just trying to literally pin him down, but Paul still manages to evade some of the shots. Overhand comes in, nice counter hook coming in from Joshua, which wobbled, which got Paul down in the first place. This time he manages to stand it through. He's absolutely spent. He's knackered. And obviously the punches are taking the effect. You can see now Even Joshua looks like he's growing in confidence, but he still doesn't look. It looks like he doesn't want to like really get him out of there. Oh, here we go. He's knocking him everywhere. He's throwing him around the ring. Paul still on his feet. The round finishes. Yeah, there was some shots coming in there from Joshua, but Paul still ain't gone down. And we're going into round number 6, and it's like 5 to 5 in the morning. Insane. He goes, put it all on the line. I'm just listening to what the coach is saying. Right, the jab, backhand comes in, body shot comes in. Well, 2 shots at the hips. Overhand, backhand to the head, hook to the head. He's all over the place. Legs are gone. Then he goes down onto the floor. That was definitely a knockdown. Bam. Nice work there. Sway holds onto his legs. Insane. Oh, nice back overhand coming in there from Paul got Joshua as he managed to roll the counter out of the way. How are we in round number 6, guys? How? Come on, man. Just get this done. 3 rounds left. Sure, I'm going to be here till like 5:15. Double jab comes in from Jake Paul. This looks like WWE. He is absolutely spent. He's freaked. He's dropped down on the floor again. Oh, just allow it, man. AJ, just knock him out, man. They're counting it as another knockdown. Are you all right to carry on? This is insane. Just finish him off then. Go on, it's 3 knockdowns. It's been about 4, innit? Overhand comes in from Paul once again. AJ catches him with the same hook. Paul's hands are down. He's on the ropes. He's doing this Philly shell. It's not working. Beautiful shot from AJ. Paul still takes it. Some beautiful shots there. I think it was an uppercut from Joshua. And Paul's took it. He's free. He's tired. But is he battered? Do you understand what I'm saying? Oh, beautiful hook coming in from AJ. Yeah, that beautiful knockdown there. Don't get back up now, allow it. That was a beautiful knockdown. Paul even looks out the ring like to say, rotted. This geezer, they've waved it off. Save him. Yeah, but it's like a... Yeah, you still should have got it earlier. But fair play to him. He hung in there as long as he could. The tactic was there that he was trying to do, but he just obviously couldn't compete. Get him some oxygen and stop crowding him like that. Well, I thought it was going to be round number 4. It ends up being round number 6. The only good thing about tonight is Dave Chappelle is on after, so now I can watch Dave Chappelle. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I need to process it. It's early in the morning. I don't know how I actually feel about the fight. Is it the victory? It's a victory, but I thought it should have been earlier. But respect to Jake Paul for stepping in there. Respect for Anthony Joshua to get the stoppage. And if you think about the Demons as well, he lost in America and he's come back and he's won this fight. I'm trying to be positive. Let's see who he fights next. I'm just trying to think how his performance was. Was he tentative? I just want to hear what he's going to say after this. Are they going to interview him in the ring like they have been doing? Is there waving at everybody? The fighters haven't shown respect to each other yet. I think Joshua's getting the glory, bouncing on the ring side. I'm sure he's going to have some fun tonight. Oh, look, there's one of his cheerleaders there. You don't think he was tentative? Okay, let's have a look. You can't. He was trying to pin him down. I get that. But when you look at somebody that's running that hasn't got like the ring generalship, say for example, if it's a Fury running, He runs with tactic and skill. Paul wasn't necessarily doing anything with any tactic and skill. You got to look when he was running, he was literally holding on. You know, like when you go down the stairs in the dark and you're holding the banisters. That's what he's doing. So the ring generalship is at a lower level, you know, when you talk about skills. So I would have expected, yeah, I'm not saying it's not frustrated, but I still would have expected AJ to pin him down earlier, and get him out of there earlier. But yeah, he got him out of there. The ref stopped it. He was on the floor several times. Um, it is what it is. I feel robbed of my time. Let's have a look. Star Fox is saying, I feel robbed of my time. AJ pulling the Nigerian prince scam email on live TV. Yeah, Jake was definitely on his bike all night, 100%. We can't deny that. We've said that. You can see it. But it's like, just pin him down. Must be a Jake Paul humiliation ritual. This was inevitable. Yeah, I just thought it would have happened earlier. But he has the foot speed and was good at moving. Paul was trying to survive. Yeah, 100% he was trying to survive. It wasn't competitive. You saw that with the punch stats. But I just, listen, look, when you're looking at levels, I'm saying that Joshua should have done a lot better than he should have got him out of there earlier. And I'm not going to change my opinion. Whether he's running, whether he's being like a negative fighter, etc., the experience levels, I would have expected him to have got him out of there 2 rounds earlier. Like I said, being generous was the 4th round, and it didn't happen like that. Don't know why they're not doing any post-fight interviews. AJ literally cut the ring off 1st round. Paul is safe, it seems, but unfortunately, AJ has to get the constructive criticism, and he'd expected Jake to be on his bike. Yeah. Sharp was, what's Sharp said? AJ was on assignment, carry Jake and graze a few shots, then close the show, wink, wink. You know when you're expecting something, and I'm going to get off this in a bit anyway, because I haven't even done any post-fight interviews yet. I don't know what's going on. Boxing is a very climatical sport. Now, the reason why all of us started following Anthony Joshua in the first place is because that's what he does. He sparks man out. That's what we expect. So when you get a fight like this, it was a spoiler, you know. It was a spoiler. You lot can't be in the chat saying, "Oh yeah, but AJ, this is just," but then you lot were there running Joshua Buatsi when he had the same kind of spoiler fight. You gotta be fair. You gotta be fair with it. Just like I was critical of what asking Joshua Buatsi, what kind of fight was that? I'm asking him the same thing. Now, fair enough. You can even give Buatsi more credit because Zach Parker's an actual professional boxer, but there's still allegedly there's levels between them. So that is my argument. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they'll become quite good friends after this, I think, because Paul's got a really good attitude. I do like Jake Paul's attitude very, very much. But yeah, so that's my point. You can't be like really go in on one fighter and then be leaning on another. It has to be spread out quite evenly. He should have got him out of there earlier. Negative or not. It was a horrible fight, to be honest. It was due to Paul. Yeah, just like the Buatsi Zach Parker fight was horrible due to Parker. But Buatsi was getting absolutely steamrolled, and he was fighting a professional boxer. Yeah, you're right. It wasn't the best performance. Pin him down. Yep. Yep. Yeah, you have to. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, he's giving the Big Brother speech to Jake Paul through Ariel Helwani. Oh, here we go. He's mentioned Tyson Fury. Yeah, it's on the call out now. Let's see. Tyson Fury. Do you think he's going to say something now that he's called him out? Yeah. Right. He's trying to say systematically broke him down. He's trying to pin him down. All of the stuff that you guys said in the chat. So he stuck to the plan, but got him out there later than expected. That's what he's saying. Right. Yeah. He's on about psychology. Yeah, Foxy, very strange that AJ timing is never that bad. I still think there was something in the contract to not totally take him out. Listen, as you know, legally, they can't actually do that. So all of this is alleged, but we are entitled to our opinion. I don't know. Maybe he was just dusting off the cobwebs. He said he's had 15 months out of the ring. He's coming off a KO loss. The way that he's holding on to Ariel Helwani with them big hands on his shoulder. Have you ever, like, when a dog just comes up to you and it just jumps and puts his paws on your shoulder and it's a big dog? Yeah, big dogs in the house. The bigger 666 says once the rust was shaken off and he found his range, he looked better. That was in the final round. We said that. Yeah, defo. Jake did well enough to survive as long as he did. He was looking a bit like Haney in that ring fight in New York. Yeah, he did well to survive. Look at all the media all over him. You see, this is the thing. This is the pull with AJ. The pull with him is magnificent. Look at everybody standing around him. You've got to remember, this is most valuable promotions. This is not AJ's turf, but everyone is drawn to him. Listen to his interview. He said he understands about being marketable. He understands what it takes when you've got a skill and you're marketable. That's the ingredients for success, and he shows that. People like, he's a magnetic person. Oh, bless him. He said he had a blast. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and slag any of them off. It's just, I would have expected it to ended quicker, but it ended, and it was a stoppage after being knocked down several times or going on the floor several times. But we've got to, us British fans, we've got to keep the same energy for everyone. Look at the fight as the fight. Never mind about the fighter, because I'm biased as hell. Like I said, I've got my favorites, but I'm still able to take off this and then say, okay, let's talk about the performance. Let's be honest about the performance. So in that case, ladies and gentlemen, I don't feel as hyped up as I thought I was going to feel. The result was what we expected, but not necessarily the way we expected. So yeah, probably yeah. I'm not gonna say anything else because I get myself into trouble because I'm delirious now. Yeah, Haney running in NYC. Listen, guys, I don't know what you're doing, but it's 5:10 in the morning. I can't be bothered to go back to bed. So I will catch you probably live on Tuesday. Don't know what I'm doing this weekend. I'm going to need some sleep. But thank you very much for all of you that tuned in. Tuned in this evening. I appreciate every single one of you. And until the next time, as we say at October Red, and if I don't see you before, Merry Christmas to you. If you don't celebrate, season's greeting, all the rest of it. Yeah, look after yourselves. And obviously, stay ready. Au revoir.
People say I'm toxic, and honestly, I don't care.
October Red is sponsored by SA Security. Maximum security, minimum fuss.